Hello, my name is Doris and I am Little Bird Products. Welcome back and welcome if you're new here. And please subscribe, it really does help. And I love comments, I love hearing from everybody. My craft show is over and I'm back to sewing. I'm trying to replenish some of the things that I sold. And it's always good, the first show of the season, I try to get a lot of feedback on things that I've made, things that are new this season for me. It's the first time that I get to see people live, one-on-one, trying on my things. And I'm always amazed that how much people love things and how cute they look on everybody. I try to try everything on myself, but I'm a little height challenged and a little wider than a lot of people. So seeing things on other people, different shapes and different sizes, it's very interesting. I mean, I hope that the things I make span a wide range of sizes and fits. And so far I've been very fortunate. They do. And the things that these ladies bought just look so cute on them. And in fact, I have a lady coming today to pick up a jacket that she tried on at the show, and she really wanted it, so she called me afterwards. She said she didn't get a chance to get back around to my booth. She certainly hoped I still had it and I hadn't sold it, and could she come and pick it up. And so she's coming this afternoon to pick the jacket up. And I was disappointed that she didn't buy it at the show at the time, but she hadn't finished going around to all the other booths, and it was kind of late in the day because the jacket just looked so cute on her. So she has an event in mind that she wants to wear it to. So that makes me wonderfully happy. What I was going to do this week is I was going to do a continuation and finish part 3 of upcycling and upsizing some of the t-shirts that I'd worked on. And I decided though for part 3, it is going to be upcycling and upsizing, but it's going to be on these. These are my what I call Dungaree dresses. And this is one of the first ones I made, and I kept it for myself. And it fits so nice and it's so comfortable. And then this is another one back here that I'm trying on. I'll bring my mannequin a little closer so you can see her. And what it is it's the waist of a pair of jeans, and then I cut it down. And this one is going to be a little different because I'm going to put some elastic in the waist and the back so that it'll be a little more fitted, but it'll have that elastic that pulls it together, and so it'll fit, again, a wide range of sizes. And the bottom is made with men's shirt sleeves, and some of them are soft, lightweight flannel, some are a little cotton. I like to mix them up. Normally it takes 2, sometimes 3 shirts, for me to make them, depends on the size. And I'm playing around with it a little bit. I like to leave the buttons and the zippers in the front, like I did on this one. It makes it so easy to put them on, pop them over your head. You can wear them in the wintertime with long sleeves, turtleneck. Wear it in the summertime, it's always kind of summertime here in Houston. And it goes from 70 in the morning up to, it's 91 here now. And they're kind of loose and flowy. I don't wear skirts or dresses very often, but I always wear tights underneath them. I don't like the way my legs look, and I don't like to show my white skin off to the world. But these are so comfy, and you can wear them like a dress if you wear dresses, or you can put, shorts on under them, tights, jeans, whatever. I really like this one. I like these, they're dark navy, it looks almost black, jeans, and they've got a little stretch to them, and I like that too, because like this one, I've been known not to wear a bra on occasion under this because you can't really tell, because the stretchy denim, it's a little heavier, and I make them longer in the front, so it kind of holds you in a little bit. And I think they're super comfortable and very attractive. And what you can do, what I think is funny about this, is there's no way I wear a size 14 or even 16 jeans anymore. But I can take those jeans that no longer fit me perfectly anymore, and I can upsize them, remake them into this, because they just have to fit around here. And actually, they don't even really have to fit around here because of the way I put the pieces together and the way I make them in the back. So you can see with this one, I have pieces of this that I've cut off and I stitch them back together. And then I have shirt collars together in the back that I'm going to put elastic in. So it gives you a way to use those really nice jeans that you have in your closet, and there's no freaking way you're going to be able to get into them, no matter how much you would like to think that you could downsize yourself and get into those jeans again. Why have them in the closet for 3 or 4 years and not wear them? So this is the way to get use out of those jeans. These actually started out, I think, as a size 2 Chicos, so they're really nice material. And then, of course, I like to put pockets in them. I'm going to use these pieces of the top back of the jeans. They've got little sparkles on. I don't know if you can see that there. Isn't that cute? Those will make the cutest pockets on the front. And, you know, all well-respecting dresses and tunics have to have pockets. You have to have some place to stick that phone that's always hiding away from you. So I'm going to do a little more detailed tutorial of how I make these. And then what I'm going to do is I have another YouTuber, and actually she has an Etsy store too. She's not in the US, but she does a cute job with making what I call the Dungaree dresses. I forget what she calls them. But anyway, she has a wide variety of them. She makes hers a little differently than what I do mine, but there are a lot of similarities. So that'll give you more ideas if you have questions about things. I'm not as good about my detailed tutorials as some people are, and she's been doing the tutorials for a long time. So you can take combination of what she does and how she does it, and if you like my way, you can do it my way, or you can invent your own way. So this week it's going to be all about Dungaree dresses as I get more in stock so that I can take them to my next show. So enjoy. Hello, I'm back again to talk to you more about my Dungaree dresses. I make them a little bit different each time, and the difference depends on the tops of the jeans that I use. And sometimes I'll use just a regular rectangle piece, approximately 8 to 10 inches tall, and maybe 22 inches wide, but it'll go like this. Now, if I just use a plain rectangle, what I normally do is I will use like a 10 by 6 inch tall piece, and I'll show you that. Sometimes if I use the back of a pair of jeans where it has the 2 butt pockets, I'll try to retain those pockets because you can use them in the front across here. And then I'll just use another strip maybe from the waistband across the back. So it just depends on what you have. And I'll show you an example of that here. I'll show you the front and I'll show you the back. That's a little different. But what I'm going to show you now is one that I just finished making, and I think it's super cute. And I'll give you the measurements for the top. And then what I did is I did something a little different in the back. I put the jeans around the sides, and I put a piece of elastic here underneath. And I used, this is the top of the shoulder span of the shirts. And I'll show you that when you cut them off. You cut off that, what do you call it? The name escapes me. It's the back top shoulder of the shirt. And what I did is I just cut a little tiny hole in that, and I also used the collar for that, and then I just threaded the elastic through it. So that piece in there in the inset is about 12 inches, and that took up 12 of the 22 inches. So it's 5 inches on each side and the 12 in the center because it's 22 inches across. And this, the measurements for this, you can see, you probably can't see real well. This is across here is 15 inches. Across the bottom is 22 inches. So it comes up at an angle here, and that's so that it can fit me. And what I did with the straps, you know, I do the straps different every time. And these are just little pieces leftover from the shirt that I used. And this is pieces of the sleeve, the cuff. I just cut it down the center, so I like the edges. And what I did is, you can't see real well, but there's a buttonhole here. And what I did is I threaded this strap up and through the buttonhole and put a button on it. And then I put another little button up here. So if you wanted to have it shorter, you can just button this back through and that'll stick out. So I did these a little different. I think they're super cute. I did that because I had some buttons and I wanted to make use of that buttonhole. So the whole strap itself, as it's buttoned here, from end to end, is 16 inches. I would probably make it 16 to 20 inches and then leave a little bit more through here. But you'll have to try it on to see how you want those straps to fit. And then, excuse me, the bottom of this is just shirt sleeve. And then, of course, I had to use the pockets that had been on the back. Those are the pockets. So that's all gathered, just pieces of shirt sleeves. And I try to use all of the shirt if I can. You know, I'm kind of a fanatic about that. The other thing I did with these pockets, okay, you probably can't see that, but I make them extra wide. I keep the pocket material around it. And then that way they're double layer pockets. So you have behind, and then here in the front, you also have the original pocket. See? So you have a double layer pockets. So that's like having 4 pockets. Oh, and if I had stitched these pockets down, but sometimes I leave them open and you have little breast pockets. Those I usually like to cut off and then stitch them down, because it can make, if you carry Kleenexes up here like I do, it can give you a little bit more, let's just say, a breast lift when you do that. So I do stitch those down. And like I said, I do things a little bit different every time, depending on what the waist of the jeans are like. Now, I do like leaving the button and the zipper intact. And the reason I do that is because when you go to put something like this on, it makes it so much easier to get over your head, you know, and then because it has the elastic in the back, it keeps it, you know, keeps it up. And you can adjust that elastic, you know, to suit you, however tight or however loose. Now, what some people do is they don't put that elastic in and they leave it very free flowing. So it's a very loose, floaty over the top. I just kind of thought that was neat, and I like the idea of elastic because I like things that fit me a little smoother under the bust, because that's one of my slimmer parts is under bust, and I think it fits nice. But like I said, there's no wrong way or perfectly right way to do these. You just have to use a little bit of your own creativity in them. I'll show some other pictures of ones that I've made, and you'll see that each one is a little distinctly different. The other thing that's a little different about this one is that the sides actually come up a little bit. See how that's like that all the way around? The other ones that I'll show you have a big diagonal opening here. And so you usually have to wear a t-shirt or something else. Now that's really nice if they're super loose. And I think those are really nice to make. And the fun I have with those is some of them go way down, and they go down actually below your waist, and will show some of your hips. So you have to really wear tights under those. But some of the other ones, what I do is I put a sleeve, gathered sleeve right here down the sides. It's kind of like that godet or triangle that I put in my t-shirts when I'm upsizing them. And that can really make them very hip forgiving. And it's really kind of cute because it's gathered at the top and then it comes out, and it's just a sleeve out of a shirt. And that way they can come up a little higher, so you don't really, you can wear them as a dress. You don't have to wear tights underneath them because you don't have that big open hole where the triangle is here. So there's a couple, 3 different ways of making them. And I'm happy to add more details and, you know, show you more detail about how to make any one of these. But I thought I would put this together shortly to give you an idea. There's also another YouTuber. She actually sells on Etsy. She's not in the States, But she does a lot of what I call dungaree dresses. Everybody calls them something different, apron dresses, whatever. She makes hers much bigger and much looser. That's her style. My style is, I can't say I have any one style. I just, whatever my creative bent is for the day, whatever I feel like wearing, that's what I make. So enjoy the pictures, and please comment and subscribe. Thank you.